Hello everyone, welcome to GED. Today we have some beautiful Carne Asada fries and we're talking about Borderlands 3 improvements and new features. So guys, nothing is more beautiful than this epic mound of Carne Asada fries. Gosh, I got this from a local Mexican place, and it is absolutely. This is probably like 2 or 3 pounds of fries, so I don't know if I can finish this. But I'll tell you what. Another thing that looks as beautiful as this is the Borderlands 3 gameplay that's now out, and oh man, I am so excited. And I've gone through a bunch of footage, and I've collected some stuff that's new and improved in the game that I saw, and I just wanted to bring it to your guys' attention, and we could discuss it. But without further ado, check out that guacamole, those Carne Asada fries. It is just absolutely delicious. Oh yeah, totally fantastic. And these are fresh too, so they're still kind of crisp, not that soggy. We're not going light on the calories today, guys. I do have some water back here on the side as well. And we're also going to kick it up a notch a little bit with some green sauce. The chili sauce, check that out. Fresh, delicious. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit, mix it in there. Okay, so the first topic and the new feature in Borderlands 3 that I saw right off the bat was, of course, we don't have space jump anymore from the prequel, and we don't have any sort of movement abilities as far as we can tell right now, but a new feature is climbing, almost like parkour climbing. You'll notice that characters can actually leap onto ledges and pull themselves up now. So no more like missed jumps and failed terrain geometry climbing. Which is actually a huge quality of life improvement for movement. And on the topic of movement, in Borderlands 3, you can also power slide, so that kind of keeps your momentum going. Sliding and crouching, not really used too much in most Borderlands games. Mostly it's just run and gun, but I think there'll be some tactical options mixed in there, especially for characters that like deploy shields or deployables. And the next thing that I saw kind of right off the bat was that the environment itself is now destructible. So like barricades and walls, if you shoot them enough, they do tend to like fall apart just a little bit, not like totally destructible from what I saw, but it does allow you to like lay down a volley of fire into the enemies and actually penetrate that barrier instead of waiting for them to come out of cover. I would imagine stuff like grenade launchers and rocket launchers will play a bigger role in that and be kind of awesome. Check out that sour cream, that guac, that Carne Asada. Man, so good. These fries are so good. Then, on top of that, we have NPCs can now resurrect you. I don't remember seeing it particular in a video, but it was mentioned at their reveal trailer that if you're with an NPC, if you're a solo player, now they can actually resurrect you. So maybe instead of having to fight your way out all the time, if you're in certain scenarios, certain mission, you can get resurrected without, too much effort. But a couple of character skill trees we saw do have actual ways to get out of resurrection more quickly. For example, the spy, the operative, has a destroy his clone to instantly resurrect type mechanic. Which I'm sure in the later parts of the game will be absolutely awesome. Oh, check that out. Awesome guac. I do feel kind of guilty for eating this many carne asada fries, but man, I didn't eat anything all day today actually, so this is technically worth it for me. The next thing is blood, gore. Oh my gosh, Borderlands 3 has tons of new death mechanics. This stringy cheese won't go away. It won't go away, guys. It's just stringy cheese. So there were a lot of times in the gameplay that we've got now that, man, blood and gore is just crazy. Like, people die in super bloody, super explosive ways. And I don't really remember any of the other previous Borderlands doing blood as much justice as this new one does. And then what do you cause blood to spawn by, create by? The weapons, of course, the weapons. And oh my gosh, let me take this bite first before we talk about the weapons. Oh, that's a lot of carne asada fries and deliciousness. Oh man. So the weapons are amazing, simply amazing. For weapons now, certain weapon types actually have multiple fire modes, which is a huge, amazing quality improvement in the gameplay. All the different manufacturers still have their bonuses, like explosive or technological, or when you throw it, it does something. Which is crazy. It's like amplified like 3 times in this game. You have stuff like chain guns that turn into normal rifles or normal assault rifles at the flick of a button. You have explosive bullets, you have timed bullets, you have bouncy grenades, you have rocket launcher sniper rifles. It's just, oh my gosh, like so much different stuff. Oh, and the highly technological weapons, homing bullets, homing grenades, smart grenades. Wow. Like, if they do a lot of justice to late game weaponry, oh, it's going to be so fun. And then, to complement the weaponry, you have skill trees that are just, I don't know, the 2 skill trees we've seen so far are way better than everything else in the other games. Let's grab this big hunk of carne asada. And you're going to say, well, okay, well, how are they better? Well, to start things off with, most characters now have 2 abilities they can equip at the same time, from what I saw. And your primary activatable ultimate ability, you can basically take your skill tree, go down, select what you want out of the 3 skill trees per character, and then you can take like chevron, I want to say prefixes or alternate additions to your ultimate, and then you can slot it into the slots of your ultimate to make your ultimate do different stuff depending on how you like to play. Which by itself might not be super creative, but at the same time you can still feel that power increase as you're playing and feel that there's changes going on with your character, you know, instead of having the same old ultimate ability for 30, 60 levels. Oh, now we're into the sour cream and cheese part of these fries. Holy calories, guys, calories. Alright, so then you have expanded inventory space, which, you know, it's kind of better for managing yourself. For managing all this crazy stuff you're going to be picking up. Need a drink. But by far, the best addition to the inventory is that guns now actually show their item level right on the inventory, right? So you can see it quickly at a glance. It might not be the best damage increase, but at least you get a judge of what you're picking up and what you can trade out like super quick on the fly. As well as we have new vehicles, we have the one-wheel roller of death. Then we have a space base. Yes, a space base. The main base they've shown is basically a spacecraft where you can collect the characters, collect the shops, possibly upgrade. I don't know, they kind of hinted at that, but basically from that space base you can upgrade your character slots, your ammo, and, you know, like previous Borderlands games, your inventory space, your ammo, etc., etc. But also, you can move it between worlds, basically the two main worlds in the game. But then they hinted at other worlds, you know, so there might be a little bit at the end game or possibly DLC/expansions where you can just take your base, you know, they left it open, take your base to a new planet, and bada bing, bada boom, there's a whole new DLC expansion for the late game for the survivability of the game. Guys, we demolished these fries. Holy, whew, man. It's just because I'm so excited talking about Borderlands 3 that these calories aren't even phasing me, man. And I'm not a huge guy either, so take it at that. Okay, and lastly, one thing that they basically threw in our face is that there's tons of bosses. Whereas in Borderlands 2 and prequel, you kind of had, you know, a few bosses at the end of levels. I don't know the exact total, but you definitely didn't have a boss like every 15 minutes. But in this one, it seems like they're making a lot more bosses, i.e. farming opportunities, massive rank opportunities, and loot farm, whatever you want to call it. Replayability, because every encounter, they say it's kind of randomized, but you know the bosses are pretty much the same. Overall, I know that for me, I'm definitely going to be picking it up. I love the Borderlands series, and this one has just got a whole lot more that is going to be fun. And I'm just hoping that they don't DLC the crap out of it with like $100 of DLC. regardless, guys, tell me what you guys think about these carne asada fries and more. I know for a fact I'm going to be playing the Beastmaster, Flack, I believe his name is, because I love just the theme of the Beastmaster hunter type character. Anyways, guys, remember to game, eat, and discuss, and I will catch you in the next one. Whew, boy, get yourself some carne asada fries. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'm done.